thousands and thousands of people call you.
Yes.
They want to be on the show.
Yes.
They want your advice, but you're single.
That's right, girl, and loving it. Now, you know, I was in a relationship last year, but this is my single season, and I love it. And single does not mean lonely. Single means nobody can't claim me.
Right.
And I got a roster. If you want to join the team, where the camera at, Cameron? Hit me up on Instagram, Kendra G Media. We got space for one. We got space
Because
for
I
one.
love that thing too, but just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean you're not dating.
No.
And that can be your season where you're exploring yourself and what's on the landscape.
All right, so it was a few things that was being said there. How do you guys feel about single people giving relationship advice? Single season doesn't mean lonely, is something she said. And she also said, how you guys feel about men and women having rosters? So you can open up the panel, y'all can.
Talking about hoes now. Now we talking about hoes. Let's just keep it real. You got a roster? You a hoe.
I think that means sexually, right?
Oh, okay.
Having a roster does not mean that you are actually having sex with every man. That's the problem that we instill into our ladies. Hey, you got to be with one man. You don't want to be dating multiple men because you don't want to be appeared or seem like a hoe. But men
God
do
forbid
it all
you
the
get
way.
pregnant and not know who
Hold
you
on,
are.
Nobody.
let's make sure we finish.
I'm just finish my little thought and I'll be quick. But nobody says the problem is that when we see a woman dating multiple men, we automatically assume she's having sex. But men do it all the time. And then they expect women to fight for number one place. So it's time for women to be more logical, date more men, and may the best man win. You don't have to sleep with anybody. You can date them all, and the best man, the one that puts forth the most effort, the one that you match with. Why does a woman have to meet a man and just date him when she doesn't even know if they're compatible yet, right? They haven't went through the storms. They haven't went through all these relationships or these dating trials. So why does she have to settle for him and his family and all the baggage that he comes with right away? Why? And why? I want to know.
You got the roster?
I think she heard you, right?
Are we
I say somebody, do you have a roster? Are you condoning?
Oh damn!
roster?
I thought I was unmuted. Listen, I'm sorry. I gotta ask you. Why do y'all all? First of all, who waits till they go through a storm before they enter a relationship with someone? That's first. Second of all, why do y'all always have a commercial attached to y'all singleness? It's always single and loving it. Do you ever hear men say single and loving it? You know what? Y'all be. Let me tell y'all why y'all be hoes when y'all talk about having a roster. Because whether you're sleeping with these men or not is irrelevant. Amira, let me ask you a question. How many men that's not your man do you want to touch you?
None.
Who says you're dating and allowing these men to touch you? Y'all are so
Ma'am,
sexual.
I'm asking a question to make a point. I'm asking a question to make a point. So now we got away from sex, right? Because clearly.
No, but let's not talk about touching because
okay, so let me make the point I'm trying to make.
And then you can go ahead and when I'm single, I have a roster. I don't touch nobody.
Right,
it's a privilege. It's a privilege. And I put them all through hell.
You be hoeing.
Your mama be hoeing.
Oh my God. Who right?
Don't do that.
Let me make the point. Listen,
hold on, y'all. Hold on.
It didn't come from the thin air.
Let's keep everything on topic. Let's not get personal.
I'm not trying to disparage you. Listen to the point I'm trying to make.
Let's make sure we be respectful.
You know that she be hoeing. Somebody told her daughter that she be hoeing.
Okay, y'all, let's get back. Okay, I already said what I said. We're gonna get back on track. Like nobody go personal. Nobody do no low blows. Just go ahead and have this conversation. Go ahead and make it plain, Will.
Miss Ali, I'm not trying to disparage you or be disrespectful to you, okay? If
First
you take
of all,
it as disrespectful,
that aggress me, you can apologize and we can move forward because you
well, you let me finish talking.
Because I don't want to settle for niggas like you.
Okay.
You're gonna call me a hoe because I don't want a nigga that wear a do-rag and a what is that? What is that called? That's so old school, man. What is that called? A snapback? Like that shit is old and played the fuck out. You gotta grow up one day. It's called Arrested Development for a reason. What's that movie by that guy who like it's a movie about you? I think it's Arrested Development. I never saw it, but it's a whole movie. Baby boy, that's what you are.
Okay.
Because all you see is hoes. You don't see women with options, who educated, who got their own, who like.
Come on, Ali, don't do that. Don't do them like that, Ali.
No, let her go.
Myself and let him go ahead. But I'm just saying, I apologize if I offended you by calling your mother a hoe. But because you called me a hoe, I resembled her. So that's why I was like, we one and the same.
Let her, bro. Look, let her go. Don't stop her. Let her go. Let her get it all out so she can feel like she exhausted all of her insults. Go ahead.
I don't have any insults for you.
Okay, well then we can move on.
You remind me of a Chris Tucker. You remind me of a cool cat, a funny guy. But don't call me a hoe because I want to see my options. The problem is low life men who are down here, who are broke, who don't have shit in life, who got a 650 credit score. They want me to lower my standards, lower my credit score so I could be with them. I'm not doing it. You got to meet me up here, baby. And then if it's a roster up here competing, if you feel threatened, baby, move around. Move around. That's what bust downs are for. And it's a place and time for everybody.
So I want to ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. If a lady is up here and the roster that she maintains is also up here, yet she's still single, what's wrong with this picture?
Can I answer that, or you want somebody else to answer?
Whoever can answer it. I don't care. I'm just inquiring.
Just because, like she just said, just because you're single doesn't mean that. Okay, so say for instance, I'm single and I'm up here, right? This is where I say for myself, because I can speak for only myself. If I'm up here and I'm single, and it's 10 different guys hitting or want to see me and date me, do you think I'm prioritizing them, or I'm prioritizing my money, the things that I'm doing in my singleness, because it's a reason that God put me as a single woman in that time and space, so I can develop as a woman, so that I can make sure my shit is up to par. So when I meet that type of caliber of man, I am what he likes. So it ain't just like I'm single and I'm looking for a man. I'm single and I'm working on myself. And there are men that see me working on myself
with a roster,
part of my life, and they have to wait their turn. And when I feel like the time is right, I will announce him. You want me to know? You would think I'm single right now until I get a ring on my finger.
Okay, make the point so I can. You single, highly educated, successful woman, single with a roster, but God has her single and she working on herself, entertaining 10 plus men. Okay, if that ain't hoeing, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what hoeing is. Now, I'm not calling you a hoe. I'm talking about the behavior. Now, if you allow me to finish. So if these women are not sleeping with all these men, cool. These women are not being touched, don't want to be touched by all these men. So what are we talking about? Are we saying that these women have a roster of men they're just talking to? Is that really a roster? If guys are just conversing with you, is that really a roster?